Okay, so Anthony Smith is back this weekend. He's got a fight. He's fighting Min Yang Zhang on the UFC Gary versus Prates card. Now, a lot of people have opinions on Anthony Smith. A lot of them in recent years not very good, mainly because of his performances compared to how he talks outside the cage. But you know what? You've got to be confident in yourself as a fighter. You've got to back yourself. So I don't mind it too much. Some of the stuff he says, yes, becomes a meme and it is funny. But the thing I want to talk about today is the fact that he's now being fed to the up-and-coming contenders that have got like 3 first-round finishes in the UFC. And I don't know if I like that for him, to be honest. It's a little dangerous. So, this is Min Yang Zhang, his opponent, and his last 10 fights are they're interesting. Let's just say he has a fair few first round finishes in his past 10 fights. All of them are first round finishes, guys. Why have they given Anthony Smith this guy after being knocked out by Dominic Reyes, or TKO'd? Why have they given him this guy? Why? Hey, that being said, though, I do want to touch on this quickly. In May 2024, Smith was given an up-and-comer in Vitor Petrino, a guy who was on a good streak. He looked dangerous. Smith was a plus 400 underdog, and he subbed him in the first. He got him in a guillotine in the first round and subbed him, and that just goes to show, put Anthony Smith against an up-and-comer, and that's what he can do. Will he do the same to Zhang? We don't know. So just going to have a look at one of Zhang's previous fights in the UFC here, and it was when he knocked out Ribeiro, who's not a bad fighter by any means, and it was a lovely, lovely 3-punch combination in the first. So as you can see here, the screen grab is him landing his lovely jab to the chin of Ribeiro, which already looks to have stung him a little bit. That's followed by a beautiful right hand that you can't quite see landing on the chin here because Ribeiro's arm just covers it, but it landed flush on the chin. And then the last strike that he lands is a left hook, which is the one that puts him down and allows him to finish him. Yeah, and then, as I say, the finishing shot was a left hook that put him down. Looks to have just grazed the temple, and proves that Zhang has serious power in both of his hands. All right, we've looked at a previous Zhang fight. Now I want to look at a previous Anthony Smith fight. Now, this video is literally titled Anthony Smith's Bizarre Fight After Losing His Best Friend. I think it's from an account called Calm Pereira. And it is a bizarre fight. Obviously, he lost his best friend, which condolences. I'm not trying to seem, what's the word? I'm not trying to seem insensitive. That's the one. I'm not trying to seem insensitive by showing this, but it was a weird performance. And the first thing I think everyone picked up on was towards the end of round 1. There's the decision to just eat shots with your head and dip your head into shots. Now, I know people love it when Yuri does this, but it really is confusing me watching it. I don't know what point he was trying to prove by doing this, but towards the end of the second round, Dominic Reyes, I think, landed like a 3-4 punch combination, all on the forehead and chin of Anthony Smith, just because he decided to drop his hands and purposely dip his head into the shots and then say, come on, let's have it. Like, what? Now, after round 1 finished in the corner, Anthony Smith's coach literally said to him, promise me you're going to find the lead hand first. His coach was watching him get lit up by Dominic Reyes, and he said to him, promise me you're going to find the lead hand first, because he was just going in so reckless and getting caught. And let's just say the improvements in the second round weren't there. Here he is, in on a single leg. Reyes manages to keep balance, and then they're up against the cage. Smith's still working for it, and Reyes is just landing unholy elbows to the ears of Anthony Smith while he's still in on the single leg, and Smith's just there accepting them. And yeah, that was the start of the finishing sequence there. Smith was still in on the single leg, and then he dropped to the ground, took some ground and pound from Reyes, retook the single leg for some reason, and then after like a little scramble, somehow ended up on bottom, taking even more ground and pound after his single leg. And then here, as you can see, the moment I've got on screen is Reyes just landing even more elbows to his ears and his temple. And then, like 2 seconds after this, the ref steps in. So, yeah, bizarre performance from Anthony Smith. Obviously, he'd recently gone through loss, so I don't know whether that was affecting the performance or not. But, yeah, I don't know whether he wanted to prove a point that he was tough or whatever, but I don't think it really worked for him. And he needs to fight different against Zhang, obviously. But yeah, I'm going to struggle to pick anything other than Zhang by KO for this fight. I think Anthony Smith has taken a lot of damage recently. He's aging. He's 36, nearly 37. And Zhang is up and coming and powerful. So I think that will be my pick for this fight. A little worried for Smith. Don't know what his decision for his career will be if he does lose. But you know what? Veteran of the game. Let's see what he can do. He's beat the killers they've given him before. He beat Petrino. So can he do it again? We'll see.